G'day and welcome to the 28th episode of the Destiny Down Under podcast. This week we have very special guest, Blessious, Lord of the Holy Tacos. We talk about the Destiny 2 reveal event, we talk about this week in Bungie, and most importantly, we answer your community questions. Cheers. G'day and welcome to the 28th episode of the Destiny Down Under podcast. I'm Log Power Slave, and as always, I am joined by the deranged sloth. He's looking very sloth-like today. And none other than Melon Games.
What is up, everybody?
This week we have ultra special guest, Blessious. How you doing? What's going on, boys?
What's going on? Thank you guys for having me so much.
Anytime, dude. Anytime. Well, I don't know, man. If you're on your best behavior from now on.
Oh, you got it. You got it. Best behavior.
And by best behavior, we mean worst behavior. That's the way it works.
I sort of give every guest this warning. Once we get them on the podcast, I don't usually tell them this beforehand, but you normally lose subscribers for being on this podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Just by association.
Blessious has left the call.
YouTube tends to stop monetizing your videos as well, just randomly.
Oh.
Nah, we jest.
That's
We jest.
Oh, don't say that. No.
Oh, well, anyway, that's our little intro. Well, how's everyone been this week? Has everyone had a busy week? Have we been enjoying ourselves or what?
Yeah, going alright, mate.
Going soft.
Yeah, I mean, enjoying myself is a bit of a, big call. I've had some health issues and all that sort of thing this week, but shit happens. Did the streaming thing and all that sort of thing. Didn't get as many raids in this week, but shit happens. It's one of those things, man. How about you, Marlon?
I made a new schedule, streaming schedule, YouTube schedule, exercise schedule, and it's pretty chaotic, but I'm really happy. The third video has gone out this week. I've done 3 streams this week. I've done a bunch of PhD work, which I feel good about. And so we'll see how sustainable it is. The real risk of anything like that is just burnout, and YouTube's pretty horrific for getting burnt out. So at the moment, I'm happy. We'll see what happens after a couple of weeks of 3 lore videos per week. What's new with you, Blessious?
I'm trying to get stuff done. I'm getting married in November.
Hey, congratulations, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So this week has been hectic. I got my confirmation on my wedding DJ. My fiance bought her wedding dress.
Nice.
You can just
all the feels.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
So I thought you were emotional then. I didn't realize you were just pining for your punished wallet.
But it's all good. So just doing that and trying to do 2 YouTube videos a day and a stream a day. It gets crazy.
Oh my god! I thought I was good with 3 videos a week. You do 2 videos a day?
Yeah, except on the weekend. I do 1 a day on the weekend.
Oh my god!
Just scale it back a bit for the weekend.
Except Saturday and Sunday, I have off. Only 1 video on those days.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dude.
I enjoy it though.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
well, you have to. If you're doing 2 videos a day, you really gotta be loving that. So, well, and your streams, man. Your streams are great. So you're on Twitch as well.
Oh, thanks, man. You're beyond kind with that, man.
You're the holy tacos, dude.
Holy tacos. I stopped in the other day and was like, the Holy Tacos, like, I need to sub. I need it. Go sub. If you haven't subbed, go sub. God damn it.
Appreciate that.
It's a cause I can really get behind. I believe tacos are inherently holy anyway.
Yeah.
This is true.
There's nothing unholy about it.
I could turn that into a shit joke, but I'm not going to do it.
I guess you could turn it into.
Yeah, that's normally by this point we've gone off the cliff and we're talking about vulgar shit anyway. So you know what? I'm going to break with tradition and not do it. That's good. Yeah, well, good. I'm glad everyone's had a good week. That makes me happy. But let's get into the meat of things. Blessious, if you want to introduce yourself for the people who listen to our podcast that don't know you yet, who are you and what do you do?
My name is Blessious, and I started doing YouTube content. I always wanted to do some form of YouTube, And my first attempt was in 2012. My friend and I kind of wanted to do like a Game Grumps kind of thing, and we called ourselves the Backroom Gaming Couch. We thought we were clever with that name, and it failed. He promoted the channel on 4chan, and then it was hacked, and I was like, screw it. So
It was hacked.
It was hacked instantly as he posted it on 4chan.
What do you mean
I was
it
like,
was hacked? What did they do?
He posted on 4chan. Like,
Yeah,
all of a sudden,
that's-
people were just like, "Let's go mess this guy's channel up." And I was editing on I don't have it behind me, but I was editing on an old MacBook that could not handle Final Cut, and that's what I used to edit. And so I'm like, it's not worth it, whatever. And then so I always wanted to do YouTube or Twitch, but like there was a moment where like I was in radio, and then I had an exit from radio, and sorry, I don't mean to give the long story to this. I could have been like, I just do Disney stuff.
No,
But,
do it. That's what we're here
like
for.
the long story.
But so my fiance, she's in the United States Navy, and so she gets the call that she has to move to like into Memphis, Tennessee kind of area, and I'm like, oh crap. So at the time I was in between jobs, and I was doing voiceover stuff full time, but it's voiceover work is really sketchy because there's no guarantees for anything. And I got some cool stuff, like I voiced one video game, Wasteland 2, a character in that, and like it was kind of wavy. And I started doing YouTube right around August 2015. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it, and I continued from there, and then it started building up. It's not serious content whatsoever. Like Marlon, he posts lore stuff that actually is serious. But like me, it's more just like an average dude playing a game, not trying to be pro, but just like, hey, this is fun kind of thing with funny edits and memes all over. And again, I don't take myself serious whatsoever. So that's what it is. And then I post Destiny stuff, and then I post like other stuff.
Your channel's great. It has a really good vibe, and so does your Twitch. And you're hilarious to hang out with, dude. So that's cool to find out. I didn't realize you did some voice acting before that, and that's cool. You did some games as well.
Yeah.
What is that process like when you do? Do they just go, hey man, like do a voice? Hey, we got this new game called Destiny. We need you to do a ghost voice. Like what? What do you get? What's the instruction?
How it is there's two ways to do it. You can live in an area, like I forget where in Texas. There's an area, it's either Austin or San Antonio, that's like the anime like heaven for voice acting. That's where Dragon Ball Z is recorded. That's where like any Funimation project is recorded. And then there's LA where everything else is recorded. And so I was living in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and I didn't have an agent. I didn't have anything like that. I was not that serious, but like I was trying to make it serious. And so I went to like websites that were like voices.com, voices123. And what you do is you upload like your demo reels and everything, but then like they would post auditions for things like League of Legends and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so all you do is you see their lines and you try to voice it. So like I would geek out with stuff that would be like, we need an orc warrior that sounds very angry, and that's when I would just go in like and do an orc voice.
Can you please do an orc?
Please.
No, you have to
an
do
orc
it now.
voice? An orc voice?
Please.
It's been a while.
I want an angry orc. Go.
Oh god, you're putting me on the spot. I can do it. I could do a dwarf right now, but it would be like, it would be like, Hellscream needs you, or something like that, or like.
Yeah, I'll pay it.
It'd be very like that, like.
I love
that.
it. Dude.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
See, that's the kind of stuff you guys can get if you check out his channel. I mean, you're not hearing any voice. In fact, my voice gets worse when I'm live, not better.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh. I don't know.
I was trying to think of some way to like make that into a positive thing, but I can't. It's true.
No, yeah, you really
You
can't.
devolve into Australian when you're live.
Yeah. It's so,
Every-
what?
That's cool, man.
Oh, that's
really
unreal.
cool.
Also, Bless, your thumbnails are the best. I just every time I see one, they just make me happy. They're just so
I
bright.
appreciate that.
It's,
I know. For a while there, thumbnails are the hardest thing to do on YouTube. I think because like you try to take inspiration from people, and then you're like, dang it, I took too much inspiration, and then you're trying to find your own unique thing, and then I know for a while there, like I was trying to find something unique, and it was kind of like Super Smash Brothers E. But now it's more just like I try to make it as simple as possible, and I like the colors. Keep it bright.
Yeah,
Make
dude.
it.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, this is the really awful thing, right? Is like it does not matter how good your video is or how good your content is if you don't have an intriguing title and thumbnail, you might as well not have made it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Go on.
It's funny because as you just say that, next week I'm not going to be here, or like being able to do anything, so I have to like record 9 videos and edit them all in this weekend.
So you got to make 4 videos per day, and 2 of the week.
So I'm gonna make. I'm recording them all today and editing them all tomorrow.
Dude, do you run like master classes for how to do this shit? I made a 2.5 minute video and it took me fucking 4 hours.
Final Cut is expedient if you master it.
Righto.
Really?
We'll have to.
Man.
But I kind of like said this in like a video I recorded. I was just going through and it was like trying to be PvE related. Again, not too serious, but I was like going over like just like something about like the loot cave and like just saying like my experiences year 1. I'm like, geez, if I named this video loot cave, people would be like, clickbait, that's not real.
It's clickbait.
It's clickbait. Yeah, it's just like it's so funny how like the titles and are like how everything is run, and if you label it wrong, you get
people
blamed.
blame you. Yeah, people blame you. It's really funny how sometimes you unintentionally can do that too, and then people write in the description, oh, I thought you were going to talk about this. And you're like, oh man, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think that those words could be interpreted in that way to think about a different topic, and you might have not intended for it to be like that.
I mean, there's also the other side byproduct of, when like what you do with someone like you did, Matt, where you're a serious dude and then there's this video pops up that says, I quit law. And I literally threw myself across the room at my phone going, what the fuck? And I'm like writing, you going, what is this shit about? And I remember like 2 days before that, you're like, I think I'm going to upset some people with this next video. I thought, dude, it's law. How much can you upset people? Please, but now I know.
I don't know.
What was the reactions to those videos?
Most of it was pretty positive. I think you always get people that don't actually watch the whole video or don't get the irony. And it was perfectly ironic because that video took me an hour to make, and the comic book that I uploaded a week before took months to make and got half the amount of views. So and that's what it was sort of having a go at, was sort of being frustrated with that system, and it's sort of like you can get away with a lot just based on your title and thumbnail, but some people obviously didn't get that irony, and so would dislike it, but it was actually for the most part pretty positive.
It's the thing with YouTube that I've seen, especially around the law side of things that you do, Matt, is people take themselves way too seriously. So if you put up something that's clickbait, I'm quitting YouTube, or the Ahamkara is something to do with the loot cave or something like that, some bullshit like that, like people just go take to Reddit and just just tear you to pieces, like, because Reddit is the cesspit as it is. But it's just, Jesus Christ, dude, it is so bad.
Sometimes
more power to you guys who do the YouTube stuff. More power to you. I couldn't do it.
I made a bad mistake one day. So I made a video over the summer, and I hated the job I was working, and so all day I was daydreaming about YouTube. And so like I checked my phone, I read this guy's negative comment about something that just made no sense. So I reached out to my friend Andrew JRT. I'm like, could you please read this in the most sarcastic way possible? And so I made it, and I tried to make a skit about just like this comment, how it's like irrelevant, and like the person was like, people like you are ruining Destiny because people listen to you. And I'm like, people listen to me? Like, who listened to me? At the time, I was like not even 40,000 subscribers or anything. I'm like, I made a whole skit of like calling the Bungie CEO, and the title of the video was "I Quit Destiny," but I did not mean it to be clickbait. I did not.
Dude, that was
Dude, I
almost like
watched
what I
that.
did.
No, when was that? That was ages ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
got
watching that,
almost
and I'm like, no, okay, I thought it was funny, but anyway.
Yeah, well, the comments were like, all the comments were just like bad, and like there's like Twitter accounts like a month ago that like were like subtweeting it. I'm just like, man, it was a joke. It was a joke. Like,
Just relax, God damn it, relax.
Oh
God
man.
damn, man.
Yeah,
It
but
was
you know
always
what? That's something I worked out really early because, I think you have. When I first went to YouTube, I had a certain opinion about who I was, and for the most part, like I'm usually pretty funny in real life when I talk to people and tell stories and that kind of stuff. And I thought that was my personality on YouTube, and then I quickly worked out that was not that was not my game in the YouTube universe. And so I have a big respect for anyone who does any sort of comedy, sort of in that realm on YouTube, because that is a tough gig to get that fine line between, appealing to thousands of people. What is funny is really a matter of perspective, and if you can get a lot of people tuning in to comedic content, I think it's a tough thing to do. Really tough.
yeah, it's tough.
It's like art, man. It's like, not everyone likes the same music. Not everyone has the same sense of humor. But
Yeah.
I mean, you're obviously doing something right, Bless, man, because strength is strength. It's unreal. So,
I appreciate.
Can't argue with that, man.
all right,
definitely,
well,
dude.
let's do the thing where we actually talk about Destiny.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
It's only 25 minutes into a Destiny podcast. This week at Bungie, it'll be pretty quick because it really contained not very much at all. Deej continuing to pump up the tires on the hype train for the stream reveal. Basically said nothing at all, and then he won't be telling us anything, but, that it's happening and be excited. Some of us get to go. Some of us don't, but that's fine. I'm not hurt at all.
Blessious is going.
I think it would be frowned
Hey,
at if I went.
can we deviate from this for 1 second? Blessious, what is I tweeted this. What is the very first thing? Okay, I want you to imagine you've just sat down at your station, you got the hard drive set up, you're about to record, and they're like, all right, I don't know how it works. Away you go, boot up the game. But what is the first thing you do?
I left click on my mouse.
Oh.
To press record or to fire a gun?
To fire the gun. To create
Fire
a
the gun.
character, I hope. To create a character with a beard.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you reckon you'll be able to?
Yes.
Do you reckon in the gameplay they'll give you some character customization?
I don't know. All I was told was I'll be able to play PC and PS4. That's all.
Oh,
I was
really?
told. Yes. That's all I was told.
Fair enough.
Well, this is one thing. This is one thing that I've sort of asked most of the guests after post hype trailer, I guess you could call it. Do you think that there'll be a account-based Destiny 2, Bless, or do you think it will be console-based?
in terms of your
Platform-based,
characters.
rather.
Oh, I definitely
like-
think it's gonna be platform based, except if Microsoft and Xbox or like Microsoft like carries PC.
I would
either.
jump ship from PlayStation if that happened.
Yeah.
I would be all over, like, because I'm getting it. I'm in the same. I think I'm in the same boat. I'm going to assume that you're going to be getting it on PS4 and Xbox. PS4 and PC rather. I'm getting it on PS4 and Xbox. Fuck me, I just said it again.
Dude, I was going to
Xbox
rig
and
up an
PC.
alarm to set off when the sloth has a
Sloth, you want to
slotherism.
go with EB Games? Go. Can I please have 5 copies of Destiny on PC? I mean, I don't know what I want.
Just go in there with a few $100. Give me one of everything. Fuck it. That way I can't miss.
God damn it, man. No, I'm just like it. There will be. I'm going for Xbox and PC. Finally, my brain works. So hopefully, I'm hoping that it's account based because it's going to be make things a lot easier for like not only for like people who want to play with different groups, but also want to play with the same friends. Because with Xbox, you've got your Xbox app on the PC. Log and I use it for chat. Matt can't use it because he's technologically special.
Oh, dude, Matt can't use it.
I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure what it is on PS4, but it is junk. But it's it's there. If it's account based, I'll be real happy with that because it's going to be very, very make things a lot easier for trial Sherpas, raid Sherpas, and just people who just want to play with play across both consoles. I don't know. Like I think I'm just rambling at the moment, but I don't know.
It's definitely possible because I know, if you use someone's account that had like a collector's edition, they might have had like the ships or like the class items. It would just be like, you can't pick it up.
Yeah, it's just grayed out. It's just grayed out.
So like, it's definitely something that could be done with like those PS4 exclusives. I'd hope that it wouldn't clog up anything and just sit there, but.
Oh.
I hope it's like I don't want crossplay, but account based things would make things a lot easier. It would make the game a lot more expedient for people to play if they add more to it. If that makes sense.
It's Destiny. It's meant to be a grind for forever. Expedient.
So will you be releasing 2 videos a day whilst you're at the gameplay, Blessious?
It won't. Well, it'd be pre-recorded stuff. I think the next day I would get.
Oh, okay.
So the game. All I know is the gameplay premiere ends at 5 p.m. and my flight is at 6:45.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
how far is Bungie's offices from LAX?
They're at an entertainment center type. They're at a complex for it.
Yeah. They're at a private jet airport. Yeah, I looked it up. Yeah, the jet center. The jet center is actually a jet center. No lie.
Hey, hold on, Blessious. Did you check the email? Are you sure it's Activision.com?
I know, like I'm going. Yeah.
If you end up in a dark alley, don't go there.
But it's in like a hangar base that they use, so that's cool.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, more power to them.
If you ever want to meet your favorite streamers, just send them an invite to the May gameplay.
Yeah, no, it's going to be in Australia.
Yeah.
It's in Perth, Western Australia. Oh, God.
No. It'd be in Brisbane, mate. It'd be in Brisbane, not Perth.
Oh, shut up.
I wouldn't be in Perth. It'd be in Sydney, mate.
No, that's very interesting. I was speaking to another one of the bigger names in the Destiny community, Logan Scott, the other day, and he's going to it. But he's got the similar sort of thing. So he's going to it. He gets there early because once they close the gates at X time, so you can't get in after the fact, even if you've got an invite. But he goes there, does his thing, and then hops back on a plane like 2 hours later to go back to Scotland. Like another flies in 14-hour flight, goes to the thing, stays for a few hours, then jumps on a plane back to Scotland just for it. I'm just like, oh my God,
Is
dude.
Activision paying his way?
No, he's paying for it himself.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
I believe I don't think he said it publicly, but I believe he is paying for it himself. So, which is fairly expensive.
Yeah.
But if you get an invite, you've got to get your money together. Go like Matt obviously can't go because he's a scrub, but he's got.
I saw your tweet. I saw the tweet. I was actually hoping you would go, man.
Look at this. Hold on. Let me show you this. For those who are listening, I'm showing a picture of my passport that's been cut in half.
What did you do?
No. I renewed this a day before I got the invite. And when you renew it, they cut it up so it's invalid. So I have to wait 3 weeks for a passport.
Feels bad.
Bad.
Can't you expedite that?
Yeah, I
you
probably
can, yeah.
I probably could. Yeah.
It's like $350 Australian or something like that to
I already
expedite.
paid $200 to have that.
Oh no, I'm very muchly aware, Matt.
Matt,
I'm
just
very
open
much-
the cover of that and give anyone watching at home a real good look at your fucking personal information.
Yeah, I know. I almost did that.
Dox himself.
Yeah.
I was
Just
going to
dox
show.
yourself.
Should I show you my passport photo?
No,
Dude, you don't
Matt,
say my
no,
passport.
no,
Okay.
that could go bad.
All right, let's reel it back.
Yeah,
Let's
sorry,
reel
reel
it
it
back.
Right,
Let's
Iron
reel it-
Banner's coming next week.
Iron Banner. Whoa.
Iron Banner.
And it's
What?
Mayhem Clash. What?
Oh.
Well, now I'm a PvP lord now, so I might jump in on
Why?
that.
Because you got up to 7 wins on trials.
You
this
got
morning.
carried today by Sassy and Aura, like I do on Sundays. Don't be saying you're a PvP lord, especially when you're sitting above the dude who does the PvP. Relax.
Oh So what's people's thoughts? Iron Banner, Mayhem, anything to add?
Dude, it's clever.
I'll get
Dragons
ranked
again.
5.
It's clever.
You'll be there?
Dragons. I'll do it. I like it. It's fun. It's something different. It's always a departure from whatever else we've got going on. But I don't know that I'll get to rank 5. It took a while last time. I'm not super fired up for Mayhem Clash. I just think it'll be frustrating. Like it's got
Golden
all
guns
the
everywhere.
yeah. It'll just be goldies and tickle fingers everywhere, and that's basically the size of it.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest with you, I've sort of moved away from Destiny PvP. Not because they've done anything in regards to to make it worse or better or anything like that. It's just like I'll do trials and that's about it, and everything else just bores me.
Just
It
burn
just-
out on it, man. You just get burnt out. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know why people get so defensive about that. Like this game has had provided so much content for so long, and it's fine to, the worst thing you can do is burn out on a game and then stop liking it. I still like Destiny. I like
I
playing
don't-
Destiny. I never force myself to play it. In fact, I usually only play on stream now. I rarely am on Destiny if I'm not on stream.
Same thing.
And I enjoy it on stream, and I know that I'll get burnt out on. I'm avoiding missions actually, like the sword quests where I have to literally just get materials.
Oh, dude.
You could do a Bungie, a Destiny / IRL, like your lore days, Matt. You could do that, man. Maybe, possibly,
Yeah,
maybe.
Fun materials.
Right.
Hey.
Back on track.
Sorry.
Cracking the whip. No, I want to get to your community questions. That's what this is all
Yeah,
about. I don't want to
Yeah.
burn the rope too short before we get there. Bungie bounty this week was Bossimus from Qatar. Now that's already happened, so I hope that whoever lives in Qatar that wanted to get their emblem did. Good job. Movie of the week this week: Ascendant Nomads Triple Tap PvP montage. I watched it. I don't watch a whole heap of PvP montage stuff, but that one was pretty good. So if you've got 10 minutes to spare, go and check it out. It is pretty savage. I saw it earlier in the week. I think Jez shared it out, so good on him for helping them get a bit of traction with it. Right,
Nice.
that's about it. There was also a musical
Yeah,
one
it-
underneath that was awesome, so go and check that out too.
It's as you said, this week at Bungie is just they're pumping up the wheels on the hype train. And that being said, more power to them. The game's been out for 3 years. Well, yeah, 3 years thereabouts, and there's only so much you can do. There's only so much left over now.
Oh, dude, it's-
Considering its launch, imagine if it had a better launch. I mean, look what it did with an awful launch. So I'm pumped for Destiny 2. I'm pumped, man.
Oh, absolutely.
And their content train.
yeah. And the riders having basically consolidated all of that, because that was they were bleeding out there for a while with riders and stuff, weren't
That was mentioned
that's what
in
happened.
the Activision meeting, right?
they? Yeah.
About the content.
Yeah, and everyone got excited because there was another thing, and it just turned out that it was a really veiled reference to Age of Triumph.
That's a bad reference.
That was a terrible,
There's a content thing coming out for free.
yeah, free content update. And everyone's like, oh my
Meanwhile,
god.
Deej is like, oh my god. Oh,
Oh my God!
Everybody, calm down. Calm the fuck.
And they wonder
down.
why people get
I bet
so
a lot
touchy
of
and
emails were
triggered.
sent with ellipses.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, community questions. You can do your little intro.
Great, I'll do an intro. Welcome back, Guardians. This is the community questions section of our Destiny Down Under podcast. You can see the full episode on Destiny Down Under. The link will be below. And today we are joined by a special guest, Blessious. We're going to quiz him. He's already been self-proclaimed lore nerd, so we're going to find out how much lore he knows. It doesn't have to be much higher to be more than Log Power Slave and Deranged Sloth, who is our guest, who are our co-host, or not guest, our co-host, of course.
That was
okay.
savage.
Let's kick it off before you can have a rebuttal to that.
No, quickly. I just need to know something, Matt. Are you a robot? Because the way you switched into Myland lore channel mode was frightening.
I
Oh
do.
my
You know
God.
how you have lag switches? I have a Mullen switch on.
A lore
Switch on
switch.
switch.
Righto.
Lore switch.
First question.
First question. I get this question a lot. Is from Lord Swift Gaming. What about that Guardian that is in a stasis pod in one of the colony ships? Will they wake up? Let's go around the table, starting with Log Power Slave. Do you know what we're talking about first? Do I need to do a brief?
Yeah, no, I know what we're talking about because I read the question yesterday and went and looked it up.
Oh, actually, can I read what the ghost scan is then? So
Yeah,
everyone at home,
absolutely.
everyone playing along. So this is in Cade Stash's mission. There is a ghost scan at the end of that mission, and it's a pod. And if you scan it, it says pod number 10201. A guardian with exceptional light sealed himself inside. He's been in there for centuries. Before I found you, I tried to resurrect him, but he preferred to sleep. He said the last war was enough for 1,000 lifetimes. So that's what we're talking about. This stasis pod ghost scan in Cade Stash. Log.
I don't think it's going to be a character that we see. To be
Yeah.
perfectly honest, I think it's a really, really, really veiled reference to Master Chief. That's I can't go past that. I mean, it's the timeline works out. It's Bungie, nod to the Chief.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
The Destiny logo is just Master Chief's junk anyway. So it is, dude. Look at it.
It's true.
Yeah.
Fact.
It's true.
I mean,
Sloth,
it's all the important bits.
additional thoughts?
I'm under the same sort of thought process as Log. We're basically the same person anyway. So like
Yeah.
it's Bungie do like their Easter eggs. A lot of developers do. It is a massive throwback to one of their biggest series of recent memory. You might as well just keep him there. Like, he's seen enough war, exceptional light. Master Chief can't die. 343 and Bungie wouldn't let him die. All he wants to do is die, but he won't. Assisted suicide doesn't exist yet, or hasn't existed. I don't know. But, you know, he's just... I think it's just a reference.
Yeah,
I think it's just a
Easter egg.
reference to
Master Chief.
Master Chief, yeah.
Blessious.
It's Master Chief, 100%. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, so look, I get that question a lot, and I do think it is an Easter egg. I couldn't find anything really to go further than to confirm that, apart from there are other Master Chief Easter eggs in Destiny. The tower in the Mars mission, one of the
Yeah.
Cabal towers, is Master
helmet,
Chief's
yeah.
helmet, right? So we know that they have precedent for doing that, and it's likely an Easter egg. I wasn't too sure whether that specific sentence, and I don't know enough about Halo lore, whether that was ever said by Master Chief that this war has already lasted 1,000 lifetimes. I don't know if you
Halo
guys.
3. Halo 3. If you got like completed it 100%, he like goes in the stasis pod and sleeps, doesn't he?
So that's what I found on the forums by the Gamer Elite on the Bungie forum. Said the ending of Halo 3 saw Chief enter a stasis pod after destroying the Halo ring and wiping out the flood. Likely a reference to that. He sealed himself inside a pod, and the war that lasted 1,000 lifetimes was the Halo ring and the flood. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
Like,
specific said that, but
As I would be kicking myself if I didn't bring this up. I know it's the change between 343 and Bungie right now, but in that area. But you've got to remember that he sealed himself on a ship, very far flung from Earth.
yeah.
And then woke up on said ship with the Covenant attacking. I know we're moving into Halo territory
yeah.
here, and sorry if you're going to be lore, if you're going to be canon, be canon.
Yeah,
Don't just
okay.
make a reference to it and just be
Well,
like, oh
dude.
yeah, he's on Earth.
He also wakes up out of that fucking stasis pod in Halo 4, so there's that.
Well, good. Thank you for all those corrections. Thank you for all those corrections.
But maybe it's just a nod to say that he should have stayed asleep because Halo 3 was the pinnacle of it all.
been.
The one thing I find most interesting about that is out of the scan where it sort of says that the ghost tries to revive him or get him out of the thing and he knocks it back. I didn't realize that a ghost could someone's dead and the ghost starts reviving them and they're like, nah, mate, can't be bothered. I just want to go back to bed. I didn't realise that was a thing. Nah, sorry, this whole War in the Darkness, not for me, buddy. Go and find someone else. There you go.
What's funny is there was that fan made 8-bit trailer of someone I think it might have been Holtzman that voiced the ghost. Is he resurrects a guardian and they're like, hey, and he starts asking a bunch of questions. He's like, who am I? What's going on? How are you able to resurrect me? No time to explain. Let's go. No, I want to know. And he kills him. It's a really, really, really old skit.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Have to dig it out.
I am absolutely going to look that up.
All right, let's move on to the next question. This is from The Last Word. With the thumbnail is The Last Word. Yo, Marlon, I have a question. I really want you to answer. Jaren Ward had a ghost. Why wasn't he revived when he was killed by Yor? I mean, Yor was a Titan and got revived when Jaren killed him first. So the question is about Jaren's ghost. There was a standoff between Jaren Ward and Dredge and Yor on Dwindlin's Ridge. Jaren was killed. He had his ghost still at that time. Why didn't the ghost revive him? Thoughts?
Convenient writing.
I think it's because of Dredge and Yor with the darkness, man. The darkness and his darkness overpowers the light of the ghost that would have revived him.
Mm-hmm.
If that's
pretty much how I would agree with it. Slav?
I don't have any input on this because I just don't know enough about it, dude. I'm sorry. I just don't know enough.
That's why we have these. That's why we have these round tables. Blessious, do you have any other thoughts on that one?
The lore card reads didn't the person that inherited the last word they were around the camp and they heard shots fired at the time.
Yeah.
And couldn't one of those shots have said hit ghost because technically Dredgen was of light and dark, so maybe he could have shot the ghost. Yeah.
So the way that the story ends up ending is Jaren's ghost is actually inherited by Shin Malphur. So it's one of I think it's the only reference to a ghost having multiple guardians. Well, actually, you can't probably... It's heavily implied that the ghost becomes Shin, but it's not really confirmed. It's hinted at. And so this ghost comes back and it's assumed that Jaren's been killed. I would agree with Log that Dredge and Yor is using Thorn, and that is hungry for the light, and this dark power consumes the light. And if you look at how Guardians could be killed, I sort of made a video about that. I think you need to have all your light drained. For example, if all your light is drained, you can't be revived regardless of your ghost. And the Ghost Grimoire card actually says that we take for granted that we're revived every single time, and the Ghost Grimoire card is actually under certain conditions, it can prevent a Guardian from death. So there are actually conditions that must be met for us to be revived. And I think one of them is you must have some light left in you. And if you come up against the darkness, or someone wielding it like that, or Thorn or Weapon of Sorrow that can completely drain your light, then it's kaput. And there's a good one here from the Hellmouth 2. Ariana says this: my ghost light is so dim, there's no point following me further into this fog. Any hope of raising me died halfway through the stills. So it sort of emphasizes that there are conditions for reviving him. So I think that's why Jaren Ward wasn't revived. I think he was completely sucked dry of his light.
Jesus, Matthew, you got to choose your words better.
What did I say?
Nothing.
Don't go there.
Nothing.
Don't go.
Just, mind in the gutter. Never mind. Moving on.
I could hear you giggle, man. I could hear you giggle.
Sassy said in the chat that he wasn't revived because no one was there to push X. Thank you. Very helpful.
Damn solo players.
No way.
Oh my god.
We've got another one here from Kusovia114. I wonder if the Queen was somehow taken control of the Taken power in some way, given how she died in quotation marks, far-fetched, but could be.
Sloth. Sloth, you go. Because I get the jump on you.
Blessious has got a smile. Let's start with Blessious. Let's go reverse order.
All right, so I was fortunate. I was fortunate enough to go to PSX in 2016 and meet someone that worked at Bungo. And I was like, man, why are they still taken? Because I hated taken.
Did you ask that question?
Yes, I did. I'm like,
God.
why are they still taken? Because, you know, like, say, like, there's several missions that were introduced at the December time. I'm like, why are they taken? And he was like, quite funny you should ask that, because I'm a lore fiend. So, right now, what happens is they're basically zombies, and they don't have any brains, and right now they're just looking for someone that has a brain.
To lead
Who
them.
told you this?
I don't know the name.
Can't reveal my source.
I know it's not even that.
It's still a secret.
I did not get his name.
So, I need to take notes. So when was this again?
It was about the day of PSX.
Okay.
And they revealed not Age of Triumph, the one prior.
Razavine.
That's
No, not Rise of Iron, the one after. Like the not the DLC, but the free update with SRL and stuff.
the dawning
Okay.
update.
But yeah,
Okay. So this is sort of that's interesting because people have tried to claim the throne, right? Malik was one of them. We actually killed Malik pretty early on, like in one of the updates. So he was someone trying to claim the throne. And there's sort of general references to people trying to take Oryx's throne.
There's that whole
Tolan-
the whole Tolan
Go on.
card where he's basically begrudging
Yeah.
us for creating the power vacuum by killing Oryx.
Yeah, so Tolan is annoyed at us for basically killing Oryx and not taking that spot because the Darkness has a philosophy in general that to create the perfect universe, you have to kill everything that's weak. And if you're killed, it means you're not part of the perfect universe. And Oryx even accepts that as his fate. His last sort of entry in his books of sorrow is, if someone kills me, it means I'm not meant to be part of the final universe, essentially. So Tolan sort of brings it up. It's like, well, you're part of the final universe now, Guardians. You should have taken that throne, and we didn't. So we left that space, that power vacuum, as Tolan talks about, open for someone to claim. I don't think it would be the Queen. I can't see a relationship to the Queen taking that. I would be a Hyde entity, and I would suspect it would be Oryx's sisters, Sabathun or Zypher Arath. They disappeared halfway through the Books of Sorrow or roundabouts then, and haven't
Didn't
returned.
he kill his sisters?
Yeah, but they do the thing where they don't die properly.
In the throne,
Yeah.
the throne. Yeah. All right.
So Oryx, that's a really cool card. Oryx beheads his sister, Sabathun. And
I take your cunning.
yeah, so just to go off topic, that card's really cool, right? What you mentioned. They're in Oryx's throne world. And basically Oryx is trying to work out a plan to get the power of the deep. I think it's just prior to that. And Zypher's like, kill me, and gave the power from killing me. And Sabathun goes, kill me, and get the power from killing me. But she's actually planning to stab him in the back. She has a sword behind her back. And she's like, take a swing. And so Oryx literally kills Zypher Arath. And he knows that Sabathun will try to betray him. And he just turns around and chops her head off instantly and kills her before she can sort of betray him and stab him. And that's how he gets enough power to take on Akka, the worm god.
Bit of a dick, Oryx, honestly.
Little bit of dick.
Yeah, I mean, maybe his sisters were really annoying. I've got a sister; she's a bit annoying, so I haven't beheaded her though. Just to clarify.
Same. I'm not going to say that I'm going to behead my sister, but
Thought about it. Yeah.
no, isn't a lot of people that when I do tend to trawl about in lore stuff, which I am not good at. You guys know this. They know this. Chat knows this. Everyone knows this. Sultra Heo knows this. I keep seeing Nokris. References to Nokris as the mother of the two daughters and Caitlyn Jenner.
No, it's
I know who
It's
you
never-
stole that from. Yeah.
Nokris has never been confirmed in any sense. We do know that Oryx had a mate. We are not aware of the Osmian King, which is Oryx's dad, as having a queen, as far as I know. We do know that Oryx had a mate that was never named.
The Citadel was that PvP map is dedicated to her, right?
Oh, I haven't looked into that.
That is a true thing. When they,
When the holy tacos.
yeah. The Citadel, the map everyone hates, the long one. That's a shrine to Oryx's lost lover.
True.
Really?
Okay, I'm
There
gonna
you go.
Is that who the wizard in the crystal is?
Oh,
Because that's kind of grim, dude, to get your ex-missus and put her in a crystal.
no. Well, I did a whole video on the crystal. There's lots of different possibilities. I think I ended up coming to the conclusion with the non-pig. We think it's Verok, who is the mate of Alakul. The crystals act as a prison. It's in the dungeons, I believe. Alakul was put in the sunless cell, and Verok, his mate, was also locked up in the crystal.
I can't take anything Anon says seriously after he was, like, besieged in his car by a fucking possum.
Okay, we're gonna end on a fun note.
Righto.
Hope it's fun.
It's going to be fun.
Let's a little bit less serious. Bibletron, this is actually from Twitch. This was a really good question. I thought was excellent on Twitch. A little bit less lore focused, but still interesting. At Marlin Games and Chat Lords, quick lore question. Since the sparrows are linked to our ghosts, do you think we'll have to find a different way to travel in D2?
Horses confirmed. Horses confirmed.
Baby.
Like, honestly, like if the world is as big as what people are saying, and people have been speculating that like there's going to be outposts, it's going to be like a whole massive world. Walking. Sorry, that like you get to one area, it unlocks as a fast travel point. Maybe they've got some sort of teleportation that is not light focused. Then you can teleport there. But if you want to get to a mission, or if you want to get to a raid, you better get on Shanks's pony and bloody leg it. There's no if, buts, or maybes about it.
The appreciation of Destiny's environment is lost because people race through it.
Yeah, I agree.
People do not, like the amount of people that comment on things they've missed in stages because I'm doing the cameraman patrol in a video with no HUD on, like, oh my God, this actually looks really nice. So like, yeah, you just run straight past everything.
Yeah.
But interesting question about what we would lose access to, because obviously the invitation, right, Blessious, you would have seen this first. The invitation to D2 has a ghost with no light, completely black.
Oh.
Literally zero light.
Foreboding.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the pin.
Oh, you got a pin too?
The pin, yes.
Oh, yes, the pin!
The pin.
Oh wow, that's
It looks like the side of a TIE fighter.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Side conversation. Did you notice that the Rogue One artwork has a TIE fighter shooting red lasers?
Oh, no. Not really?
Wait, what?
Yeah, look it up.
Oh,
wow,
that
no.
triggers me to no end.
Yeah, congrats. And that movie was great. So I'm like, how could you?
Why you do this?
I'm gonna have to go and drink myself into a stupor after hearing that. It's terrible.
I haven't even seen Road One, and that triggers me.
Oh,
It's a good
bad,
movie.
man.
It's
let me tell you about
Dude,
Rogue One.
It's a good movie.
All right, we're going to wrap up the law section here. Interesting question about if we lose our ghosts, we'll potentially lose a lot of access things.
Yeah.
Transmat, sparrows, ships, radar, etc., apart from just the revive. So thank you for that question. If you have a question you would like to feature on the Destined Down to podcast, leave it in the comments below and upvote it don't upvote your own one. Let other people upvote it if they think it's a good comment, and I will pick them out. Thank you to Blessious for joining us for this segment. You can check out all of his content on YouTube and over on Twitch. It'll be the first links in the description, followed by DDU. Peace.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow. That's
I can see that in almost person.
All right, well, what do we want to do? I mean, we can do our little content review. Has anyone seen anything around the traps this week that they think is outrageously awesome in terms of content creation or the like?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No. I've got one. It's not particularly awesome, but it does raise a valid point for writers and content creators as a whole.
Yes.
We've brought this name up a few times. Jim Sterling released a video about a particular aggregate review site not paying its writers, letting fly, like trying to apologize for the bullshit that this particular person has done over the years, and then letting loose some very personal information about some of their writers' mental health in an open forum, which is illegal in Britain for where this company is based. And Jim Sterling really does bring that into light. Like, if you've watched him, you know that he is a very, I'm going to take the piss and, you know, put on silly voices and do like things like the cornflakes homunculus and shit like that. Like absolutely random shit. But
he's also
really
very astute. He doesn't miss.
No, he does not. So what they were talking about is a group called Brash Games, which is a writers a review aggregate, which is tied into Metacritic, I believe.
Yep.
And they weren't paying their writers. There was the payment for the writers was
exposure.
What's exposure? Thank you. Yeah, it was exposure. So, and when the writers either didn't go by the standards of Brash Games, that wasn't in any contract anywhere or anything like that, or left it, they changed all the names to be written by, you know, people that don't exist on the site but are tied to the site. Yeah, so I think like I watched that a few times, and I thought that was very like a very eye-opening for the review side of things for video games and that sort of part of the industry. And I would highly recommend going and watching it. It's his very latest 2 Jimquisitions. I would very, very, very highly recommend that you guys go and watch it, because it is very eye-opening about the industry.
Yeah, it's one of those things, video games, everyone's passionate about it. You don't get it. I imagine people don't get into writing about video games not being passionate about it. And I think that passion is taken advantage of in some ways. Like, clearly, yeah, sure. You know. Mine, on a lighter note, and it kind of all got lost in the sea of everything that was Bife's bloody miraculous video last week. But just Duber's video again, man. That guy is unbelievable. The Destiny rap. Just, if you haven't watched it yet, go and watch it. He's also probably the nicest bloke I've ever met in my life.
Which is a nice dude, man.
He's 10 out of 10 bloke. Every time I see him, he's just the happiest dude ever. But go and just... That, and to kind of just get completely gazumped by Bife and handle it with absolute class. Like, I would have been gutted, because that video that he put out, like, the edit for that was massive. Like, wow. Yeah. And then to just go, no, you know what, fair enough. Good on him. That was mine.
It's all about timing. It's all about timing, dude.
Yep.
Blessious, did you come across any content, Destiny or other related, on YouTube that you'd like to tell everyone about?
This week has been kind of hectic for me because with all the wedding stuff and trying to buckle down for not being here next week. There is one video I did find. It's not Destiny related, but just look up, if you Google Anakin Pizza, the title of the video is Anakin argues with Obi-Wan over pizza. And then in parentheses, it's better than lore, and it's the whole scene of episode 3.
I gotta find this.
And they dance to running it, or they lightsaber fight to running in the 90s, and I find it amazing. 10 out of 10. Recommend to a friend.
Anakin and Obi-Wan fight, but it's
prequel memes. I love it. I love it.
Okay,
prequel memes are the fucking best ever.
Prequel memes are amazing.
Oh, you know what? I think we end there because I want to go watch that video.
Yeah, I want to go watch that video.
All right, Blessious. People are looking for you. Where can they find you, man? Where's the easiest place to get among the holy tacos?
The holy tacos. YouTube, just search Blessious on that. Twitch, you can find it on just search Blessious. The only place you can't just type it is Twitter, because someone stole it before I could. It's at Blessious Plays.
That is rude. Who is that? But we're looking for you, whoever you are. Boston
Whoever you
Blessious. We're gonna get
Son of a barrel.
As for the rest of us, I think we're all in the same place as we are each week. Mylan will be burying himself in his lore cave once again after emerging for this podcast. Sloth and I will be on tonight, probably be doing a little bit of trials and playing, probably doing raids too, I imagine. I don't know. The only confirmed thing that will be happening is having a beer, I think, but, we'll see what happens.
The thing is,
It's gonna happen.
You don't have to look for me.
Oh, no, not this. Every week.
I'll find you.
Yeah. That was probably the least creepy one you've
That
ever
was
done.
worse. I think I missed a sentence because I started giggling to myself. It was
Yeah.
take an interest in Destiny lore and I'll find
Mylan,
you.
you actually make me want to sometimes just put something sharp into my ears. Like, honestly.
You know you're fucked up when you start laughing at your own jokes. All right, we're out. I'll see you next week. Thanks for coming on, Blessious. It's been an absolute pleasure, man.
Thank you guys for the honor.
Absolutely appreciate it, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Bye.